Since I made my last video, we got ourselves a DLC and a date, y'all! Well, I gotta have something to do to pass the time between now and June 21st, and once we get the DLC, that will just be some extra crap we can do in these videos, so I am so excited. Once again, the rules for this playthrough. 1. Beat the game with every pre-remembrance boss weapon. Everything that you can get before beating a Membo boss is on this list. Also, no Draconic Tree Sentinel, because that opens up a ton more weapons and kind of gets you into the mid-game section, which would be difficult to do without leveling up a ton, and also I hate the Dragon Greatclaw. Rule number 2, only melee weapons. And rule number 3, power stancing is a yes, if more than one of those weapons is obtainable in an NG cycle. And this time, the fates decide we gotta get grindy. We get the Celebrant's Rib Rake, a weapon I have never seen drop in my 600 plus hours of Elden Ring at this point. Not going to lie, this was a doozer. I saw on Fextra that its drop chance is low. In fact, the Celebrant's weapons and the Noble's weapons are the only ones in the game with a less than 1% drop chance. That means even with the Silver Feet and the Boost Arcane, we still won't even have a 1 in 100 chance of getting this weapon. Gonna have a great time. It's time to get started. We equip our halberd as our weapon of choice. I should probably get used to polearms since I almost never use them. But I forgot that this is a halberd and the rib rake is a spear, not a halberd. So I shouldn't have bothered anyway. We make our leap into Limgrave, we peace out and go meet Melina, get a horse, and then we head right toward Lernia. Then, Melina immediately shows up and takes us to Round Table Pizza. That's a regional joke for all of my Californians out there. As usual, we have a lot of setup to do though, so right back to Lernia, grab a sacred tear, and don't even say hi to Thops. He's a thought. We take the teleporter to the gate to Hogwarts, then we need the key, so we leap down. Get the key from the dragon and teleport back out. Lernia really is Hogwarts coded, isn't it?
Get the key from the slumbering dragon, but do not wake him, lest he be dragging his nuts across your face.
Back to Hogwarts, but we're just using it to grab a seed real quick, and then a quick portal to the highway. Leap down to the Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnel. We're just gonna go in, beat up a Crystalian for the Smithing Stone Bell Bearing, and grab a few stones on the way. The damn Crystalian hits me with the Beyblade 2 seconds after I walk in. Silly Billy move. We get him on the next one though. Say hi to Ratty at the War Church, grab the Grace near the lift, then right back to Limgrave. We still need the Dectus Medallion and to get some tears and seeds and stuff. On our way to the Sad Boy Strait, we get a Morning Star for unaliving a slumbering dragon in front of her kids later. We want to look like a Ninja Turtle for a little bit, so we grab some shell. We get the tear from the Rat Church. We grab the seed on our way to Castle Morn. We also want to get a better weapon to farm for the rib rake, so we unalive this blind girl's dad. It's fine. She'll be the opposite of living soon too. His weapon also comes with spinning strikes, which is something I wanted to try out for this run. Portal back to grab the other 2 tiers from Sad Boy Strait, then back to grab the crafting kit from Santa Claus. Then we go and give our boyfriend a few smacks to the rear until his breath's aflutter. Then to Third Church of America for a physical. I go grab the seed and the Dectus Medallion at Kenny's house. Kill the knight so we can portal out. Let's kill Nergis and Patches so we can make golden feet later. Then back to Round Table Pizza for the feet and to make Roderica a tuner. A tuner? I hardly know her. Back to the Third Church of America for the portal to Florida. We want to go grab a bunch of stuff here, so we make a quick loop, grabbing all the graces we need for later. We can grab the 7s and an 8 on the Big Skull on our way to grab the tear and the grace near Millie. Then we head back to Fort Farith to get the other Dectus piece and Ratty Sorciel. Then it's time to unalive the slumbering dragon. Once we get those runes, we're gonna level up a bit. Okay, now we're at the Altus Plateau and we can go farm our actual weapons for this run. First, we're gonna go and grab just the Ritual Sword Talisman from Queen Gilly, grab some stuff on our way to Windmill Town. At first I thought, maybe I could just grab the whole gaggle of these ladies and spin to win them all to death. No such luck. I also wasn't sure which ones had the rib rake, but out of all of them at this location, only 2 have the rake. So I futz around with this for way too long. Then I remembered that I need some feet. Silver feet this time. So I go and grab the recipe for the silver feet, and find a couple, thanks for extra life, near the starting area. It's time to farm some feet. Now that I have the feet for farming, I realize that I can just jump up there, kill the one on the left, and reset. So much easier doing it this way. 23. 23 tries. That's my lucky number anyway. Honestly, for a 1 in 200 chance drop, this was incredibly fast. The fates are on my side today after all. If we decide to come back later for a second one, I bet we will have exactly the same luck, huh, Josh? So that part's done. We have our weapon. It's time to level it up and get to killing. First, we head into the sealed tunnel for the next smithing stone bell bearing and to go grab some 5s. Then we're going to want some fire for killing the putrid avatars in the clean rot duo. We get the flame of the red mane scarab here, then we get the putrid avatar in Caelid for some runes. Then we go to the abandoned cave to find the clean rot knights for the gold scarab for even more runage. Since we need the runes, we get the edgelord to jump off the bridge, and for a metric ton of runes, we get the dragon barrow putrid avatar. I get a little too greedy and mistime my dodges here. That may be a theme for this run. Stay fucking tuned for that. Then on the second try, I almost get him and he flattens me. I don't know what happened there, I swear I pressed circle. It's fine, I get him on the third go round. Now it's time to get Margit. I kept trying to use the spin, but it is really, not good. At least not good for bosses. As with the dang brick hammer, this is an extremely short spear, so I don't think the helicopter move does much unless you have a longer weapon. But I did catch him off guard at the end to finish him off. It was at least used for that. Once that's done, we ask Gostock to open the gate so we can roll our ass to Godric. We do grab the seed, though. Godric is fine. It is hitting me, though, that this weapon is ass. Like, it just does so little damage. I tried using Stormcaller a few times, but even that doesn't do much unless it finishes the combo. At the end, though, I almost get grabbed like last time, but I dodge at exactly the right time. Then, stabby. Godric down. Time for Hogwarts. Well, you will never find a more wretched hive of witchcraft and wizardry. Ratty's wolf is fine. I do try to use Stormcaller too much, though, and keep getting hit. That's annoying. Mooney kills us. On second try, Stormcaller works pretty well. Time for Renala. We slap some schoolgirls, and because of the low damage, we get a 3 cycle. God damn it. I think the spear moveset also just drains stamina. Either that or it's just because of our heavy armor. Next time that happens, remind me to get the turtle talisman or just like equip the shield that I literally already have and could have put on at any time. It's fine though. We get her on the first try. I realize that Renala just takes a while sometimes, so I just need to be more patient. You have to really kite her summons around and it makes the fight take longer than it should. After the Renala fight, I wanted to level up the weapon more, so I go to grab some 5s at Altus Tunnel. Then I died, so I left. At this point, I wanted a different Ash of War, so I go talk to Yura. I want to get Piercing Fang, but to do that I have to do several steps in his questline. At this point, I'm wanting to make this run an All Remembrances run, so having the Physic tier for Moog will make that easier, so I figure I'll just go ahead and do that. I get some more items around Altus, then decide it's time to fight the DTS, the Digital Techno Slut. He hits me a lot because I still have this bad habit of trying to heal at inopportune times. Don't worry, you'll see a lot more of me fucking up in that particular way very soon. But with Piercing Fang, I am able to do some good stance damage and get a couple of stance breaks in. Once this slut gets a couple good techno breakdowns, they go digital on me and hit me with the lightning. But we beat him, and it's on to Lane Dell. Once into Lane Dell, we make a beeline straight to Goldfree, grabbing the Golden Seed and Ritual Shield talismans along the way. So, less of a beeline and more of A, B, C, and then D lines. Also, we slipped off the root and fell. So the D stands for death, I guess. Goldfree beats us into a wall, as a preview of things to come. We get him after he kills us 4 times. As they say, 5th time is good luck or something. It was also precisely at this moment that I realized there's a hidden feature of the Rake. Every time you hit an enemy, you get 10 runes. This is basically useless, but I had no idea. I guess I should have read the item description, huh? At this point, I figure it's as good a time as any to start picking up some of those other items I wanted. So I go and get Raya's necklace so I can get the portal to Volcano Manor. On my way, I also wanted to go ahead and get Millie's prosthesis. So I go, kneel in the swamp, then I give that to Gowry so he can fix it up for Millie. Millie stabs herself in a very non-sexual way.
Well, that was easier than expected.
Then goes to say goodbye to Gowry. I take another detour to grab the winged sword talisman before heading to Altus to talk to Millie and Raya. Raya takes us to her stepmom's house. We do a quick run through just to open up the shortcuts and loot the place a little bit. We still need some smithing stone 5s, so we attempt to fight the Falling Star Beast in Altus. But on second thought, fuck that. It was at this point that I figured the Rake would do better with a Keen infusion, so I go to respec for Manala, but I don't have a larva to give her. I wanted to get the most annoying possible one, so I go fight a bear. With the respec complete, I go to fight Radon for some more runes. I summon the Super Friends, and this fight actually goes pretty well. I use Piercing Fang as much as possible to get some stance breaks, and we get him first try. Then, I go kill the Falling Star Beast this time, using the Piercing Fang again for some stance breaks. I make a quick incursion into the Shaded Castle to grab the prosthesis for Millie. I kill the Clean Rot Knight just because, and then back to Millie. I give her the arm, then off to kill the God Skinny Boy. He spins a lot, which gets us on the first round. We get him on the second round though. I would love to say I did that by playing better and timing my dodges and all that, but no, I won by spinning harder. Then, we have to do the unthinkable. We have to Beyblade our dear Millie. I'm so sorry. Since we're now doing an all Membos run though, I decided I needed to head into the Final Fantasy VII crater. I go get naked to fight myself, of course, and give him the Beyblade. After that, I head into the Aqueduct to fight the Crucible Knights. They fall victim to the Rib Tickles. Then I make the smartest decision I've made so far in this playthrough. To not fight the Gargoyles yet. They suck. So let's go fight Morgott.
Thy kind are all of a piece.
I try giving Morgott some Beyblades, but that super does not work. There's just no good opening to spin on basically any boss. Their attacks just come out too fast. They can punish you. And this run, more than any before, is making me realize what a bad habit I have of chugging in the face of great danger. Could I have beat him with this setup? Yeah, probably. I just needed to play smarter, but I wasn't at the moment. And if I'm honest, I just wasn't having fun with this weapon, so I decided maybe I should try. Rule number 3, power stancing. 1 in 200, 0.5% chance. That's the drop rate on this rake. Why did I think this was going to go quickly on the second time? After 29 attempts, I have to go refill on feet and silver bugs. And since my brain was melting, I also just went to go grab the Claw Talisman and the Storm Assault Ash of War, just for something else to do. I thought those might stack together, the Claw Talisman and the Storm Assault, but unless you press jump, apparently it doesn't count as a jump attack. Hey y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I was grinding for a long ass time. Probably 2 in-game hours. 135. 135 kills of this one lady. But it finally drops. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I do not recommend doing this. It's not really worth it. I beat Morgott fairly easy now that I have both rakes. It wasn't free or anything, but we did it. I go beat up an old man for his coin so that when we teleport back to Round Table Pizza, we can fight Ensha. Yeah, great enemy. Did Ensha write that himself? I really wanted to get his armor set to complete the bone look, so now we're looking like a real boner lord. I grab the ancient dragon smithing stone from the skull after turning Okina into a river of blood, then head to Fire Giant, but Alex isn't there. I forgot to talk to him in Mount Gelmir, so I go and do that. We get interrupted. Rude. So then we try Fire Giant with our boyfriend, but the extra health he gets from the summon just makes this a slog. And these weapons are garbage, just chipping away, so he kills us with Explosion. We try him again without Alex, but with our soldier boys since they don't boost health, and then he tells him to shut the fuck up and kills us. The next time, we get so close. Oh, it is painful how close we were, but I jumped on the horse for some reason and tried to bait the balls. You never bait the balls on a horse. The balls blew up all over our face and killed us. Next try was also sad for different reasons. I decided to go kill a ghost deer. We need it for the All Remembrances run anyway, so on the way to lighting all the torches, I get absolutely menaced by rats. This only adds to my general tilt level here. I am like at a 45-degree angle, I'm so tilted. I get them all lit and light up the deer. It's actually pretty easy. I needed a win here. For me. For some self-love. After I self-love myself into a false sense of security, I decide to try the gargoyles. It was a bad idea. The hitbox on these stupid rakes, it is so directional that I can't hit the little spindly legs of the gargoyles. It's so weird. Can't do it, so I'm like, fuck it, let's go kill Rykard. That will be easy, and I can just use the Serpent Hunter and blast him for some runes. I do have to fight the fatty first, though. He kills me like 5 times. It was terrible, so I figure I just need to try something else. I want to get some cold damage. So, these rakes are spears. I figured let's go try Ice Spear. Okay, y'all, this was the right decision. This is arguably one of the best ashes in the game, and definitely the strongest cold Ash of War. And as it turns out with a cold infusion, the rakes have almost the same dex scaling at this level. Now, I assume this is kind of like other magic weapons, where the Ash of War and magic damage scales with intelligence, but the physical damage scales with dex. But also, I don't care. I just want it to proc frost so I can do more damage to fatties, gargoyles, and frost giants. We ice him this time, no lighting up fatties for this bone boy, it's all about the cold. I make my way to Rykard's arena, grab the Serpent Hunter, and go back to level it up. Now finally, we can kill Rykard for the runes.
Together we will devour.
And for the Membos. It goes pretty smoothly, except he ends up starting the hell phase, so we have to hoof it for a bit when he has like this sliver of health. But then we run back in for a quick finisher. I decided I want some more defensive talismans at this point, so I go grab the Crimson +1 in Volcano Manor. I want to get Moog next, again for the runes and the Membos, so it's off to talk to Vare. We killed the Beast Man, we go do the Vike invasion so we can get the Maiden Blood, and then back to Vare to use the talisman he just told us to hold out on right in front of his face.
Oh, good heavens. Clench your teeth or something.
Once we're in Moog World, we grab the Haligdrake +2 talisman and then on toward Moog himself. We run from the Sanguine Nobles in the cave, but they do get some shots in. I've got a dagger in my friggin' head. Now, I don't find Moog to be particularly difficult, especially once you get to this level, but for some reason, possibly related to the tiltedness, I am not able to make this work. I die 4 times in a row before deciding to go do something else for a bit. So of course, I go and throw myself at an infinitely more frustrating boss, the Gargoyles. They kill me a couple times before I have an actually good idea. Now that I have cold infusions, let's go kill the Fire Giant. This time it actually goes well. I am remembering the timings on the dodges, I can bait the balls a lot better, and I finish him off with some ice spears applied directly to his taint. So now we finally burn the tree, and it's time to go to Farum Azula and fight an even more annoying gang fight, the Godskin duo. It goes extremely well, actually. I take the fatty while my shield boys and Bernie fight the string bean. Once he's down, we focus fire and get another fatty who summons another string bean. I mean, I am a sliver away and he finishes me off with the spins. He Beyblades me, goddammit. So close. Attempts 2 and 3 go even worse. As usually happens, you get close to the first one, and then the next 2 times you just get your ass stomped. On attempt number 4, though, same opening strategy, but instead I hang back and take some pot shots at the fatty with the ice spear before going in for melee. With several hits in a row, including the ice spears, I get a stance break and fatty goes boom batty. Then we're able to focus down the string bean and then another fatty, who also gets stomped pretty easily before he summons, and then a quick finish on the last one. I mean, this fight went so much better on all fronts. Now we can level up both of our rakes to plus 25. Now it's just time to get those remaining Membo bosses. A quick run through Caria to kill Knight Loretta, then it's down through Nokron for the Fingerslayer Blade, a run through Inverted Study Hall for the Curse Mark, and then back to Ranni. We follow her through the portal to get her mini doll, Dogged Fellow, yada yada yada, then we go fight her Baleful Shadow, run through the Lake of Rot. That's a new tongue twister. Celebrant's Rib Rakes run through the Lake of Rot. Comment below how many times you can say that tongue twister before you get Scarlet Rot. A quick dispatching of the Star Bastard, but we're not fully completing Ranni's quest. Just wanted to get the Membo boss. After that, it's back to Farum Azula to get the second Ancient Dragonstone. We fight the Draconic Tree Slut before Malekith. This time he only kills us twice, and we get him on the third try, thankfully. Then it's off to Castle Sol. I get the quick shortcut, but oh right, I got the Mimic tier. I should level that bitch up. I needed a Ghost Glovewort 8, and those are on the Riverside in Noxtella. There are also 7s there if you need them. Now, we have a plus 10 Mimic. Now that I've doubled my pleasure and doubled my fun, the first order of business is clowning on the Gargoyle Twins. Heck these dudes, am I right? Then we head to the Deeproot Depths, where we grab some runes and rune arcs from the Ant Pinatas. Now we gotta fight Fia's champions. I thought it was going well until the Death Skull got me. For the second round, I bring my Mimic. Then I decide to kill Lionel first so he doesn't skull me again. Easy win that time. Next, it's Fortisax. We poke his toes until he succumbs. Once we succumb his toes, it's time for Malekith. He kills us 8 times. I haven't struggled against Malekith like this since my first time playing through the game. Then I remember to equip the Holy Talisman to defend against the Black Blade damage in Phase 2. That doesn't make it totally easy, but it does help. Once we get to the Ashen Capital, we drop ourselves into the sewers to grab a Crimson Talisman before running up to fight Gideon. He kills us 5 times. Holy crap. In this playthrough, I think I have died at least once to every boss. I really am bad at this game, I swear. I decide to switch the Ash of War to Black Flame Tornado, sticking with the Keen Infusion, and that's when I realize they do more damage with the Keen Infusion at plus 25. And also that Gideon resists magic damage. Duh. A couple of backstabs and a couple of Black Flame Tornadoes later and he's bones. Well, at least after he monologues a bit more. More like Sir Gideon off near the not shutting the... Now on to Godfrey.
I am long and hard.
We summon Mimic for some extra firepower and a good bit of distraction. He's really good at pulling aggro. And holy crap, we actually first try Godfrey. Pretty good run there. Some whiffs on the dodges, but nothing a bit of chugging can't fix. We have a few more Membos though, so we're gonna do some cleaning up. Castle Sol to fight Niall. See, the one in the swamp is just Neil. This one is Niall. Sir Neil, the Alling. With both halves of the secret medallion, we head right for the Halig Tree. There's really nothing special to talk about here. We have to kill Anastasia on our way, we do the puzzle in Ordina, grab the portal, onto the tree. So much of this part is just running. This is the downside to doing all Membos. To get Melania, you have to run so damn much. It's like 3 fully optional areas just to get to her. We make Loretta look easy, the real Loretta this time. Then we fall off the ledge trying to grab the ladder. Whoops! Running through Elphael, we get Staboed, and I was clenching all of my holes on this last bit of the run-through. This part is so stressful. I grab the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman for the extra bit of safety against Melania when we fight her, which is not now. On to Moog. This time, with my Mimic, he is basically free. We even get a Black Flame Tornado on him. And we gotta say hi to Mikola. Hi, Mikola. We think about heading to the DLC, but, you know, gotta wait a few more months. Sorry, Bone Boy. I know. I want to go too. Placidusix next. I'm hoping for this one to be a first try because this is the only annoying run-through basically in the entire game. It's going well. We get him into the flying phase, and I hate this dodge. I've been killed so many times at this part, but we make it. Once he lands, we just suck him his toes too. There's a lot of succumbing to toes for the dragons in this game. From there, It's time to head right to Radium the Beast. We start off with some good pokes with our buddy the Mimic. Then, halfway through Radagon, I realize I didn't equip the Haligdrake Talisman. We swap it out quickly while the Mimic takes the heat, and then Mimic gets the last hit. What a kill-stealing, spawn-camping, gatekeeping girl boss they are. As is usual, the Beast requires just a hell of a lot of running. This time, though, we get pretty good dodging, and with some waiting for those opportunities, I get that final jab. Game over. We did it. Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean we didn't do all membos? Okay, fine. Listen, we tried killing Melania and even got really close, but with this build, it was just not fun. So we called it there with one short of an all membos run. We'll get her next time, Gadget. Our final time on this run is a whopping 13 hours and 40 minutes. I promise to you, if you're watching this, thank you so much, you are awesome and I love you. And to myself, that the next run will be so much less running around aimlessly and a lot more tactical choices and hopefully far fewer deaths. I would put the Celebrant's Rib Rake in F tier. I mean, straight up, there is no reason to use this weapon. It has low damage, less than ideal scaling, and short reach for a spear. Actually, I just looked it up and apparently it's on the mid-range for spears lengths. But still, you have to farm it for hours from the dancing creepy ladies. It's just bad. With all the amazing weapons in this game, why use this one? In fact, it's so bad, I think I have to bump up the Brick Hammer to B. Like, it's so bad it makes Brick Hammer looks better in comparison. So, Brick Hammer is B, this one's an F. Don't get this weapon, don't. Yeah, unless you need 10 extra XP every time you hit something, which, God, why would you ever need that? What possibly could make you want that? Are you okay? Do you need a hug? Anyway, if you disagree with me, post in the comments. I would love to have a discussion about the rankings on these weapons. Maybe when I get a few more, we can start doing like reviews every 10 episodes or something. Because I'd love to hear everybody else's comments about these weapons and where I'm putting them in the tier. This one sucks though. Don't disagree with me. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you want to check out the next video, please hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, click that like button. Leave a comment with your guess as to which weapon I'll get next. Last time, I went with that quote from Laurentius from Dark Souls as like a goodbye thing, which I do love, but I feel like that doesn't fit the vibe with these videos. So, until next time, bye-bye, nerds!